Hey, transportation family, Harry Chambers of Osborne Digital here. We are doing the first episode of our What Can a NEMT CRM Do For Me series. This series is dedicated to showing you some of the unique and great features that I believe will enhance your NEMT business. Today's episode is going to be on text message marketing, right? How do you set up? How do you get it going? How do you get those customers clicking on those text message links in order to book rides. So we're going to walk through. This is going to be a full walkthrough. So it's going to last about 10 or 15 minutes. So if you have some time, grab a snack, grab a drink, and we're going to walk through this feature and how to get it set up. So the first thing that you see on the screen right now is just a dashboard for the NEMT CRM. As soon as you log in, this is what you would potentially see. So every account owner has this. So when we talk about setting up the NEMT marketing, we're really talking about attacking that third stage of the big three of NEMT marketing, right? The first one is your Google ads, social media marketing. The second one is your SEO. And the third one is text message marketing. So text message marketing on the left-hand side is how you pretty much navigate the system. If you already have the platform, you kind of know this already. But for our people who are not familiar with Transport CRM, you want to click on the marketing tab. And today we are going to be operating inside of the snippets section, which allows us to create all of the individual text messages that we want to be sent out. So we have already built some out for you. So the strategy behind the text message marketing is to send out text messages every 30 days, every 60 days, and every 90 days, right? So that gets us enough traction with the clients at a kind of a interval that's not annoying, but an interval that actually keeps them updated on what's going on in the business. So you can see here we've created, a 30, 60, and 90-day SMS marketing specifically for the text message marketing campaign. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So if we open up the first 30-day snippet, this is potentially what it would look like from your perspective. So it says hello, contact name. Obviously, contact name is going to be whatever customer it's going. It's just saying your trusted transportation team at whatever your business, your NEMT business name is here for you. Book your next ride today and receive 10% off. Let us know your pickup details. And then there's a link inside the text message that allows them to click that link and go directly to your website, or obviously they can call the business directly from this text message. But if we send them directly to your website, we want to send them directly to the book a ride page, which is obviously important so they can go ahead and just enter their details. So we're sending that one out at the 30-day interval. We can also add attachments and images and stuff here as well. So it's really, really customizable. So that's the first one. The second one is at the 60-day interval, and it starts to rev up a little bit in terms of like urgency and stuff like that. So you can see some of the wording is a little bit different. So same premise, we're reaching out to the person, communicating the first name, and then we're saying we miss serving you at whatever your NEMT name is. Book your next ride within the next 7 days and get 10% off. Just reply with your appointment date or book at, again, a link to the booking page. So that's the message that goes out at the 60-day. Obviously goes out Android, iPhone. Obviously this is showing you how it looks on iPhone, but it goes out to any cellular device. And then I'll show you the 90-day text message that goes out as well. So NEMT name here, let's get you back on road, book now, receive 10% off. So this is customizable. So if you want to do something greater than 10% off or have some other type of kind of marketing or discount you want to provide to your customers at different intervals, you can certainly do that. It's completely customizable, but I wanted to kind of show you this structure so you can understand that there is a message that goes out at 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days. So those are the messages themselves, right? So great, you got all these templates set up. How do you actually get them sent out to your contact base? So inside, obviously, your contacts here, you have all these contacts that you've collected over the days, and this is just a test account that I'm in, but essentially all these contacts, you want to be able to send these out automatically, right? You want to be able to take yourself out of the marketing process, the process of sending all these text messages manually. So what we do, we will load a automation into your account, and that automation can be found inside of the marketing workflows, and it'll be called Drip. Should be Drip text message marketing campaign. But essentially, when you open this up, this kind of lets you know. Let me actually rename that while I'm in here. So once you open up this automation, there's a lot of stuff going on. So I'll try to explain how this works. So every automation needs a trigger in order to start, right? So the trigger for this particular automation, you can change it to whatever you want it to be, is that a new contact is added into the system, right? So whether a person is calling in on the phone or filling out your book a ride form, right, directly, once a contact is created either manually or automatically within the system, now it's adding them to essentially this automated workflow. So this workflow simply says, hey, once a new contact is created in my system, I want you to wait 30 days. And after that 30 days, you are going to send them a text message that says, hello again, this is the template that we created. Just again, it's sending out that message at the 30-day interval that we created about the 10% off. And then it's going to wait another 30 days, or this should be actually 60 days. So we'll put 60 days here. We'll wait 60 days. And then after that 60 days, we are going to send another text message, again, following up with the customer about booking their ride. And then lastly is we are going to wait another 90 days. Let's change that to 90. And then we are going to send out our 90-day text message, which simply says, hey, we're looking to get you back on road. Book now, receive 10% off. Again, everything's customizable, but this is the structure of that automation, right? So which is important. So now you don't have to do it. You just set what you want the trigger to be. Every time a contact is added, every 30 days, every 60 days, every 90 days, they're going to receive the text message about booking their trip. And then this last part here, which says go to. So this, I had an idea the other day about, okay, once we do the 30, 60, 90, what about next year, right? Do we need to reset this up? So essentially this next wait step is waiting a whole 250 days to add them back into the 30 day, the 60 day, the 90-day text message marketing structure. So this is I want to say a global process that repeats every single year, and you literally don't have to touch it. You just have to go and set what you want your messaging to be, and those text messages go out to the customer, right? So that is the drip SMS marketing campaign that can be done at the automated level for every customer every time they're added as a new contact. But there's also another way to do this, which is more so, hey, what about the contacts who are already inside of my account, right? How do I get those text messages sent out? Let's save that. So inside of the platform, you want to go to contacts, and you are going to simply just, toggle all the contacts you have in your system by checking this box here. So under the contact section, you should see a contacts page that looks like this. You want to select this top box. And then if you want to select all 600 text messages or 600 contacts that you have in your database, you want to select that button there. And then we are going to go over to a section that says more, right? Hit that drop down that says more, and we are going to do send SMS. So this is for contacts who are already existing inside of our contact database. How do we get those people text message marketing campaigns, right? So there's multiple ways we can do that. We can send them a bulk SMS. We could actually add them all to an automation. So if we wanted to say, hey, I want to add these people to a particular automation that's already inside the platform, we can do it that way. But I think best practice is if you have existing contacts, let's just simply send them the actual text message itself. So you're going to go send, you have to have a valid phone number inside of your account to do that, which you should have if you have a Transport CRM account. We automatically get a kind of a vanity number set up for you. So whenever the messages go out, it shows coming from a number. And if anybody happens to, text back or call that number, it routes directly to your normal business line. So this is where you would do that. And then most importantly, once you select the number you want to be sent from, you want to select which text message you want to go out. So I'm going to select the 30-day message. So this is like, hey, I'm just getting started. I just want to get something sent out to my client base. I selected the 30-day message. Again, it allows you to go in and customize it again. If you want to, you could add images. Yep, you can add images in here. You can add emojis, all types of stuff you can do in here. I'll explain what trigger links are here in a second, but essentially this is where you go to set this up. So very important, this next part. There's different modes, right? There's a send all at once. You can send at a scheduled time. You can also send in drip mode, which is important. So we always want to do drip mode because you don't want to send out hundreds of text messages all at one time, right? We want to drip this out over time because we don't want to be, marked as spam, that type of stuff. So dripping this out over time is always best practice. So we can actually select a start date for this. So we say, okay, we want to send out this 30-day message starting, the end of the month, right? Now we can, say, okay, how many messages per batch? So I want to send, let's send, 20 text messages every hour. So I would say repeat after 1 hour, 1 day, 1 minute. Generally, I do it by hour. So if you want to do this every 2 hours, every 3 hours, you can do that. And it's really depending on how many contacts you have inside of your database. So once I do that, I set it to, let's do 2 hours. And then if I want to send it, every day of the week, I usually just leave this as default. If I want to set a time for the messages to go out, I can do that as well. And then once I do that, I just hit confirm, and then I hit send SMS, and now that is going to send that all those customers that I have selected here in the background that 30-day text message, right? Very, very important. And then you're just going to simply do the same thing for the 60-day, right? You're going to say, okay, now I'm ready to send the 60-day message out. You're going to select the 60-day message, and now you are just going to select what time you want that message to go out. And you also want to do it in drip mode as well. So this is pretty easy, pretty straightforward stuff that you could do. One other thing that's important is you want to talk about trigger links, right? So a trigger link is essentially a link that we can track and trace based on how many people have clicked it, right? So that's important to know, okay, who's clicking these links. Once I send out these text message marketing campaigns, who's clicking the links, either go to my book a ride page, right? And if people are clicking those links, now we can actually segment that population, say, hey, if they've actually clicked the link, maybe I can assign somebody on my team to follow up with them if they didn't actually book a ride, to see if they have an urgent need, or if they want to, learn more or get more information. So we can actually set up trigger links, so we can actually start to analyze like the number of clicks that you've gotten for any of those links that you embed inside of the text message, which is really, really important in order for you to follow up with those customers who may be hot leads, right, but didn't actually fill out that book a ride form yet. So the trigger links is under the marketing tab, and under trigger links, you can create trigger links yourself. So I want to name this test SMS. You would just enter essentially your website, your URL for your book a ride page here. All right, so why is this all important? So text message marketing usually has about 20 to 30% conversion rates, which is really, really good when it comes to any marketing campaigns that you're going to do. And the reason it has such a really good success rate is that because you are essentially just reaching back out to clients who have either shown interest in your business already or done business with you already. So you always want to stay top of mind. So our marketing is all about top of mind, right? How often can I communicate with my customers, even if they're not using my service right now, so they may have a need in the future. Because what you don't want to happen is you don't want to have a customer that you've transported, 2 months ago, and now 3 months later you've never contacted them again, right? So you don't know if they have a need, right? So that top of mind is very, very important in terms of having an overall marketing strategy. And Transport CRM allows you to do all of this in one place, not only text message marketing, but email marketing as well, which is really, really popular with some of your facility contracts, facility relationships that you're trying to manage. So if you have questions, reach out. We will get this completely set up for you inside of your account. I'm right at the 15-minute mark, so I think I'm doing pretty good. If you guys have questions, definitely feel free to reach out. Again, this is going to be episode 1 of the many episodes that we're going to be releasing in terms of what can a NEMT specific CRM do for you. I think this was great, and hopefully it was helpful for you guys to understand the importance of text message marketing. Thanks, guys.